Yo, what is going on, guys? AWK World back with another The Art of. This is the second of the series. Our first video is The Art of Fairy Tail. And today, we're going to be analyzing one of me, Hinata, and Kenshin's favorite sports animes. Probably our favorite sports anime of all time right now. I know it's mine, but The Art of Haikyuu. And yes, also, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, like, and share. Helps us out a lot. Our social medias will be linked down below. Everyone go follow us on Instagram. And since we're doing Haikyuu and Hinata's name is after the main character of this, I'll let him start off The Art of Haikyuu.
Yeah, so the story of Hinata is extremely relatable. It's the main character Hinata is an underdog, and everyone who's played sports knows what it's like to be an underdog. Because Hinata comes from a background where he didn't have a lot of things to get into volleyball. He didn't have a team at his middle school, and he just needed to. He needed to practice on his own in order to get to a point where he can play volleyball against other people. And no matter who you are, when you start a sport, you're kind of on that same level. Like you might not have everything you need to start, but as long as you follow what you want to do, you can eventually get to a point where you're playing. So, God, I am so bad at this.
Yeah. So in the sports genre, I feel like compared to like other underdog series like Naruto or Black Clover, which we're doing an art of like right after this. But anyway, compared to those two, it's like an unrealistic thing that people connect to that because they are underdogs. But this is like an actual thing that people do. Like sports is like. Everyone's played sports, everyone's gone through it, and Hinata as a character shows that if you work hard, you can achieve the starting lineup of a sport that he hasn't played until middle school. And then also, when he meets his first rival, soon enough his teammate Kageyama, it shows that like in sports there's always a conflicting rivalry with like your teammates, like they're your friends, but you're also competing for a spot on the team. And it just shows like it's a realistic goal that is achievable, that like people like an underdog story fits a lot more than like
Also,
Naruto wanting to be the Hokage in a ninja village. Like it's relatable because he was bullied and everything, but like this is something that people do, people have gone through it, and it like makes you connect.
Realistic.
Yeah, it's realistic.
you can see like after every practice, Hinata and Kageyama, they're always out there practicing.
Yeah.
It shows like they're always grinding, they're always trying to achieve their goal, which is very relatable because if you want to get somewhere like in life or in anything you do,
Practice
you
makes
got to
perfect.
work hard for it and practice. Practice makes perfect, exactly.
Practice makes perfect.
And another thing why Haikyuu is so good, the cast of characters, you bond with them. There are a lot of it's a huge cast of characters. You love them, and like we were talking about Kageyama's and Hinata's relationship, it didn't start as so good, but now they're like one of the best duos
Two peas in a pod.
in volleyball. You love their relationship. It's a really good relationship. Also, the seniors, like when they lose a game, you feel bad for them. Like when they lost their first tournament, they cried. Like you felt bad for all the people that were crying. You felt bad for that one team that really wanted to be good at the end, that they didn't really know what they had until they lost it. And also another really good character that I kind of want to focus like a little bit on is Suki. Suki was a really good developed character,
Oh my god, that was
as
one of
in
the best
being
developments
such a asshole and then being one of the best players, one of the VIPs of all of Haikyuu.
And then like when the story progresses and you see like what happened to him to make him be an asshole, it's like, wow, I totally agree with him. And another thing touching up like on the emotion of the characters is they're such like a lovable group, and you like bond with them throughout the show, that when they lose, like you feel like you lost yourself. Like it's kind of crazy. Like I've never really watched a show, and when like a sports anime and like a team loses, I'm just like, oh my god, like it hits hard. It's like
You always want them to win.
even when they lose like scrims and they're doing like the penalties, I'm like, oh man, dude, like come
Also-
on. Like it's so like you're so involved with the show. Like every emotion is there. It's like it's realistic. Like
It's like you're
like-
there in the stands watching it almost.
yeah,
like,
dude, it's insane. It's just
Also, like when I forgot his name. He's one of my favorite characters. The dude that does the jump float serve. I felt so bad for him
Oh.
when he messed that up. Like I was like, come on, man, you did
exactly,
that for the
'cause it was
first
his-
time.
It was his
Oh.
chance.
Yeah.
But you
It was
see,
his
that's another
chance to
thing.
finally get in the game.
They show him messing up, and then he worked every single day on that jump float, and now he's the spot server. Like
If it was any other shonen anime, he would have hit that jump there perfect every time.
exactly, it shows like hardships and like who was the other who's the senior that Kageyama took his
Oh,
position.
yeah.
That's
like
another
that
great
too.
character. He's an MVP because he's
one of my
someone
favorites.
he's someone who sacrifices his senior year or his third year because it's in Japan, but
It's still senior.
his last year of school, and takes a backseat to Kageyama because he knows Kageyama's better, even though he's just as good as Kageyama. Like Kageyama's a
Suga.
natural born prod. Yeah, Suga. He takes a backseat and he is okay with it because he just wants to win.
Yeah, he wants his team to
he-
win.
he-
They want to go as far as they can, and he knows that Kageyama will get them there
Yeah.
better than he will. So he wants his team,
And
all
to
his friends, to
persevere.
do better.
He's a team player.
Exactly.
And the next thing that I think Haikyuu does really well is the antagonists and the whole like Japanese regions of volleyball. You're introduced to Okawa like in the first season, in the first tournament. That's like the person that got into Kageyama's head. They went to the same middle school, and he was the upper person to Kageyama. And Kageyama looked up to him, but Okawa was always mean to Kageyama, and like he taught Kageyama, and like the progression of Kageyama then like making a statement that they will beat them in the first tournament, and spoiler alert, they lose the first tournament, they're beat down, it's crying, it's emotional, another emotional scene that I want to cry, you know, all of that. But it shows them when the summer tournament rolls around and it's the seniors' last year, they really buckle down and they just get going. Kageyama like proves him wrong in the second season. Another spoiler alert, when they beat them in the semifinals, that was one of the best scenes of the show. I remember I was like jumping up and down, like so excited with Kenshin when we watched that. I was like, bro, that's crazy. Like, and then you have Ushiwash, is that his name? I don't know.
Ushijima.
Ushi,
I think.
yeah,
Yeah,
well,
Ushijima.
Japanese names are so hard to pronounce.
yeah,
When you're not Japanese.
It's a really Haikyuu is all about the Japanese, but anyway,
Yeah, Ushijima and his left-handed spikes.
yeah. So he's introduced as the third. He's literally like the best volleyball player in the area, and Hinata literally walks up to him and says, "Yo, listen, buddy. You're not gonna have an easy win here." And he jumps up and grabs the ball, showing that he's literally this 5'4" little shrimp who can jump higher.
Jump
than
just
him.
as high as him.
And it's insane. Like that just
Yeah.
shows it's great foreshadowing, and that's another thing. One of the biggest teams that they so there was one part where Hinata meets this person who's really shy and he doesn't really like volleyball that plays for Nekama, and they built this relationship that like them and Nekama are always like neck and neck, and they always like practice
They-
each other, and it's good like foreshadowing that like they're both
Except they
improving.
never actually played each other in nationals, and they've always
Yet.
wanted to, and it kind of like foreshadows that.
It's
they-
coming. I
they
think in
will.
the
It's
second,
coming.
yeah, season 4 part 2, it's gonna come.
Yeah.
So, for antagonists, I really think that, like, I've been seeing a lot of stuff on Instagram that people are saying that, like, I
For a
don't know,
sports antagonist, it's really good.
Yeah, dude,
For
it's really
antagonists
insane.
in general, though. Yeah.
What I liked what they done with the antagonists though is they make you really hate them. Like I don't know if you could like I was like but I really hated Ushijima.
it goes back
was
to
a
that it's
dickhead.
realistic. Like, when you play sports, you have your, like, hometown rivalry where,
Yeah, like they got under
they
like
get in
the
their
team
head, there's
skin and
beef,
stuff.
Yeah,
like,
like-
they got under their skin. They
Like-
made them mad, like,
Like I mean, Manson, we both played high school hockey. Like, we always had that one team where whenever we played them, the stands would be packed.
Yeah,
Fans.
it shows like emotion. It's like
Yeah.
it's really I connect to it.
Like, one of the biggest things you can throughout the show is Hinata's growth through volleyball. From starting off like not being able to even hit a spike to the quicks, and then eventually opening his eyes and then being able to control the quicks that Kageyama throws to him. Like, the whole time you're kind of cheering for Hinata to get better and stronger and prove all those people that are against him that Hinata can do it. Prove all those people wrong that think that Hinata shouldn't be playing volleyball. Like, what's the coach? The coach at the training camp that like didn't let Hinata join. Yeah, like that coach like doesn't believe that short people can't play volleyball, but Hinata proves him wrong.
Yeah, it's like it just goes back to the main focus I think of this video of why it's so good is like the realism. It's not like some sports animes like the Prince of Tennis where they're in space smacking tennis balls around. Like,
yeah,
it's
and also like
even like Kuroko no Basket, like the eye thing, and he's like and like they're on the floor.
Yeah.
Like they make it look so dope with them hitting volleyballs, but at the same time it's really realistic. Like, I learned so much about volleyball.
If you watch volleyball, like professional volleyball, like you can look up this one guy, Yuji Nishida, I believe his name is. Like, I've been watching YouTube videos on him. He's literally like the real life Hinata. He's 5'11", but like in volleyball that's considered really short for in real life. It's like crazy. Like he literally like it's like everything that happens in Haikyuu also are real things in real volleyball. Which
I feel like a lot of people also don't really know what volleyball is, and it's a great way to get into the sport.
Yeah, that's what I also want to comment on that. A lot of sports animes do this, but since volleyball is such like an unfamiliar sport, I like how they teach you how to play the game as well. Like,
that's another part of the excitement.
Pitches in the stand.
Like, I remember like I was watching a clip of like volleyball. I'm like, hey, I know what that is. I learned that in Haikyu.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's a quick. Oh, that's a whatever the third
tempo.
Third
I didn't even know what a libero was until I watched Haikyu.
Yeah, neither did I. I didn't even know libero was a thing. I always thought the person with a different colored shirt was a captain. I didn't know it was a libero.
Bro, I knew zero about volleyball. Now I can tell you, I can ramble on all day about first, second, third tempo, fucking like
quicks.
Certain
and then
sets
like
and
certain strategies, like you even see like some of the strategies, spikes, like the back row attacks and like the full attacks.
Bro, I didn't even know that there's literally someone named a decoy. Like, that's what Hinata says, the decoy, and like I never understood. But volleyball is a lot like chess. Like, I don't know, it's like moving pieces to where to fake out the. I don't know.
Okay, Lelouch.
Dude, Haikyuu is just amazing.
Yeah, I mean, also what's great about the anime is like you really don't know if they're gonna win or lose because like there's moments where you think they're gonna win and then at the last moment they lost. Like it was.
Yeah, this is one anime where I refuse to pick up the manga because I feel like it's just more enjoyment watching volleyball.
Yeah,
I know what happens like in their future, but it's kind of predictable, so it's not really like a spoiler of what happens their first third year. But so to conclude, if you haven't watched Haikyuu, highly recommend it. It's an amazing story. Again, it's about this short kid who wants to be a spiker, and he has someone who used to go to this high school that he's currently going to called the Tiny Giant. And he wants to be exactly like him, and it's the story of him progressing as the underdog short person who wants to spike, and spikers usually like 6 foot and above. So it's an amazing story. It's still going on. You know, play the SpongeBob meme, Troopy of I need it. The second season of the second part of the 4th season is coming out this summer. So yeah, anything else, guys?
Yeah, make sure you watch it and follow us on Instagram at Yato's Fluffy Fluff Scarf, at Hinata's Bounce, and at Kenshin.Kitana.
Yeah, so all of our accounts will be linked down below. If you made it this far, thank you so much. The support lately on my Instagram, their Instagrams, and this YouTube channel has been amazing. We recently just hit 600 subscribers. I don't know why I didn't say it at the beginning of the video, but thank you so much for 600 subscribers. It's been a long journey. videos every Saturday, and when we hit 1K, maybe we'll sneak in like little easy videos like challenges and stuff. But these videos do take time to edit, so we're sorry we only can do one video a week. But maybe once we get bigger and have more time this summer, we'll start banging them out. We're about to make a couple other videos to have them ready. So thank you guys so much. Make sure to thumbs up, subscribe, and share the video. This has been Yato, Kenshin, and Hinata, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.